Hey guys, welcome to AtlasCollectables.com. My name is Scott, and we're going to be doing some modern for you today. I started a league with this deck, and figured why not record it. We are currently 1-0 in the league. Um, it's We got Burn for you today. Always, always a solid list. Never really a bad choice for a meta, and it's got one game plan: kill your opponent as fast as possible. Um, you got cards like Lava Spike, Lightning Bolt, Boros Charm, Rift Bolt, Lightning Helix, Searing Blaze, Skullcrack, all dealing direct damage to the face in the amount of 3 damage. Idle out of the Great Revel, cutting off a lot of your opponent's spells. Um, just making them pay 2 life is actually pretty devastating when all your opponent is doing is dealing damage to your face. Goblin Guide and Monastery Swiftspear, fantastic early plays. Um, Goblin Guide on the play turn 1 is is represents 4 to 6 damage if left unchecked. Swiftspear can represent the same um, with some spells. Grim Lavamancer is great for some grindier matchups. Can also help you close out the game, and helps deal with pesky little creatures on your opponent's side. Pretty stock land base. We have a total of 11 fetches. It doesn't really matter which fetches you lose as long as they fetch red mana. Um, so you could use Arid Mesa, and another one that I'm forgetting. 3 copies of Inspiring Vantage, nice new land from Kaladesh, helps speed up. Oops, I'll put that back in. um, Helps speed up your mana base nice and early, but has the added benefit of not costing you life. 2 basics and 1 copy of Stomping Ground. 2 stock copies of Sacred Foundry, obviously. Um, so all our fetches can go get white mana, and then we have a copy of Stomping Ground for Destructive Rivalry in our sideboard. Sideboard, we got Chain of the Rocks for from. This is mostly for matchups with creatures that are bigger than ours, or that can kill us in one hit. Be very problematic. Um, Graph Digger's Cage for graveyard-based decks. An additional Skullcrack for decks whose um, main way to deal with our deck is life gain. Molten Rain for Tron, either Eldrazi or Big Tron. Destructive Rivalry. A lot of ways that our opponents will deal with our deck is to bring in enchantments like Leyline of Sanctity, or Leyline of Sanctity, or artifacts like the Spellskite, to name a few, to basically either cut our direct burn off, or maybe some incidental life gain for whatever. And then a single copy of Deflecting Palm. Very versatile card in a few matchups. But yeah, that's the deck. I don't have much experience playing this version of Burn. A long time ago, I played Naya Burn, so you have Wild Nacatls and then Atarka's Commands mainboard and stuff like that. But this seems to be the more popular version right now, so I'll give it a shot. We are currently 1-0. It wasn't a very entertaining matchup. It was played against the Fringe UB Mill deck. Um, I did drop a game because I fetched on turn one, and he what's the card? Archive Trap. He had 3 copies of Archive Trap in his opening hand, so he was able to get the kill in that game. But we did win, so we'll see you guys in round two. Hey guys, welcome to round two. We'll be on the play, and yeah, this looks fine. Go ahead and keep this. Let's play Blood Sandmire, pass the turn. I think the plan here is to kind of hoping they play creature. Then we can go ahead and Searing Blaze. Oh, we might be playing the mirror. Ooh. Interesting. I think I'm gonna hang on to the bolt. Yeah, I have no reason to bolt in the cattle. Let's get Sacred Foundry tapped. Alright. Play Sacred Foundry, yeah. And we'll Searing Blaze then the cattle. Next turn we got a couple of options. We can go Goblin Guide, attack. If we draw a land, we can Goblin Guide attack and then play Eidolon. Maybe playing Eidolon there was a better play. It wasn't guaranteed to get the value off of Searing Blaze if I waited a turn. Okay. Hmm. I think we bolt the Eidolon and then play Goblin Guide and swing. And now we actually have lethal in our hand for the next 3 turns. Wouldn't mind drawing a land. I'm still in the market for drawing a land. Or at this point at this point I would I'd like to draw a Lava Spike. Land in the Lava Spike. Or any three yeah, that. Any 3 damage, 1 mana burn spell. Okay. Having the Lightning Helix in hand is very nice. I'll just pass. Hmm. I think I'm gonna Boros Charm here. So Spear. Hmm. Finish a 1-2, and then yeah, I think the best thing here to do is just gain my life and hmm, any three spells really will do it. I think maybe I just pass. Like I like the fact that he can't crack this Bloodstained Mire. Sure. Okay, now I'm gonna go for it. He has to have Bold in hand for this to work. There's nothing else that gets him out of this. He needs to put together 6 damage, and the only thing that does that at instant speed is 2 bolts. Um, he would he would need the mana from this Bloodstained Mire to Boros Charm plus Grim Lava Mance for me. Alright, so let's move on to sideboarding. See what we got here. Attacking the mana is not a bad way to go in this game. Preventing life loss, deflecting palm is quite good. It's essentially a counterspell that throws it back at their face. We'll be on the draw, so Eidolons are not great. Ring the Skull Crack for the life gain. A deflecting palm. And we can go 2 Molten Rains. And try it like that. Hmm. Interesting. I'm gonna keep this. I have a lot of lands to draw a white source. Yeah, you played Nikao. That's unfortunate. That brick wall's my Swiss Spears. Searing Blaze is very nice though. I do think against Naya Burn we have a slight advantage just because their mana base is quite painful. Sure, I'll take 5. Skullcrack's not bad. But I am gonna Searing Blaze this Nakatl. Get in for 2. And once again, we have lethal in hand over a series of turns. I'd really like Goblin Guy to draw me a land, though. If I was able to, next turn, fetch, shock, lightning helix, and get in with both Swiss Spears, at 7 damage, puts them to 4, I would gladly do that. Awesome. Oh, it's a best land, too. Wow. This could legitimately not be better. These were pretty insane draws, I'm not gonna lie. He might be holding up a bolt here as a removal spell, which does considerably. Yep. Alright, that's fine. That's 3 points of damage not pointed at my face, and we still have lethal in hand. Any land does it at this point. Except for another Inspiring Vantage, funnily enough. And what's our opponent doing? Tapping out? Great. So land does it. Swiss Spear. That also does it. Great. And this is where our opponent tries to figure out and make sure that they do in fact die. Possibly to send me a message. And there it is. Alright, successful round 2. We'll see you guys in round 3. Alright, guys, welcome back to round 3. We'll be on the play again. Sure. I would like a creature, but it's really hard to say no to, especially in the dark against an unknown opponent. 4 spells, 3 lands. Sure. That's a good card against us. Be surprised if it wasn't a Lightning Helix. Alright. Just fire off a spike. Bonus down at 14. Sure. Okay, so this looks like the Mardu tokens prowess value deck. Play Lingering Souls, couple copies of Bedlam Reveler. The 2/1 that makes tokens, Young Peasy. So our opponent is at a virtual 7. Sure. I see no reason why not to just go for the face and hopefully draw our action. Remember, there's no reason to fetch green here. Because we don't have any green cards pre-board. I think our opponent does have Lightning Helix in their deck. I think maybe 2 or 3 copies. So there's something to be aware of. That we don't necessarily need to fire off our skull cracks willy-nilly. Opponent is deep in the tank. Flashing back Lingering Souls is fine. Yep. No reason to fire off the Helix right now. Sure. What is happening here? You got Lightning Helix my face? Sure. Ooh, yuck. It's not what I wanted to see. Alright, so that does set us back a little bit. It's an Inquisition or a Thoughtseize. I really hope it's a Thoughtseize. Alright, well, that's enough to make me fire this off. Gonna not crack this Scalding Tarn in case we draw Searing Blades. Sure. Another Lightning Helix is not bad. It gives us a lot more outs instead of just Boros Charm when our opponent was at 7. Yeah, that's fine. Lingering Souls. Bedlam Reveler, sure. Alright, this is what the burn deck comes down to a lot of the time. Is the top deck at the end of the game. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Alright, we'll play the Vantage. Pass the turn. Four, five, six, seven. So they have 7 damage showing right now. 5 would mean 1 3 damage spell to the face. So get the Prowess trigger off Bedlam Reveler and Swift Spear. Thoughtseize would be great. It's not Thoughtseize. Alright. No choice, I gotta fire this off now. Prowess. They would still need two more spells. So 4, 6, 9. That puts me to 6. Yep. 1 spell puts me to 4. Or 1 if it's a 3 damage spell to the face. So I may get another shot at the top deck here. I'm not quite sure what this deck brings in against me. Oh, okay. That's a smart play. So if he draws exactly Bolt, I think they only play 1 copy of Forked Bolt, so I think it's exactly Bolt wins him the game. Oh, maybe not. 1, 2, 3. So that's 8, that becomes 10, 11, 12. Yep. No way. Does that do it? It does too. Unbelievable. Well, I'm gonna look. Crud. Never look. Never look. What am I doing? Okay. Alright, let's see what they bring in. Because I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna quickly look it up here. Alright. Mardu. I think it's under Mardu mid-range. Yeah. So in the board, they got 2 wear tears, pithing needle, leyline of the void. Okay, so they do bring in. Oh, so no, leyline of the void doesn't help. Campbell is annoying, and single copy of Dragon's Claw. I guess so. Hmm. Well, I don't know if I want to bring in Destructive Rivalry for a single copy of Dragon's Claw. I think Grafdigger's Cage is probably pretty good. Probably the Skullcrack for the life gain. Hmm. I don't know if they have anything main deck. Maybe a Deflecting Palm for the burn, I guess. Do I really care about... I don't know if I really care about Grafdigger's Cage. Alright, we'll go down a couple of Rift Bolts and I think we're good. Yes, I would like to play first. Yep, we're gonna keep this. I'm gonna play Goblin Guide first. Alright, he's kind of far away from that, so... Oh, I'll fire off a Swift Spear. Try to get some more value out of this Lava Spike. Basic Mountain Bolt. Alright. A land next turn would be great. Sure. I'm pretty sure this is a board out card in this matchup. I'm surprised he kept this in. Yep, makes sense. There we go. We're gonna shock ourselves here. White mana is important. And we'll bash for 7. Sure. Sure. If they attack, then they have to chunk block with Young Peasy. I wouldn't mind a land here, because then I could fire off Skull Crack. Oh, Bolt's good too. Hmm. 3 cards in hand. I think I just do this. This is a much safer route, but because I'm breaking on lands, and now I have multiple threats that my opponent needs to answer. Not to mention he doesn't have white mana, yeah, so he's just gonna scoop it up. Alright, alright. Not bad, not bad. Now I think we're still gonna keep our Idolize in. I kinda like this configuration. I could try to go after his mana base, but that's really more for the Eldrazi. Alright. I like it. This hand is great. I'll keep. Sure. Lightning Helix is a great draw. I'm gonna fetch a Sacred Foundry here. Untapped. I'm gonna play Goblin Guide. Forked Bolt. Pretty sure Forked Bolt isn't it like. Oh yeah, okay, that does nothing. missed a land drop. Skip basic mountain. Should be a little cognizant of our life total here. Lingering Souls. That's good. That's not a land. He could still have like a bolt in hand, and he just kind of wanted to hit his land drop. He or she, sorry. Yeah. Be very surprised if my opponent kept a one lander. Okay. That's a land. Campbell. Sure. So I'll let that resolve, and then I'm gonna bolt. Sure. I expect they'll want to play Campbell next turn. Another fork bolt. That's fine. Just got a bolt too. Oh, burst lightning. Alright. Oh, we're draining his resources, which is nice. Still doesn't have the land to play Campbell. Sure. Gotta go digging for that land drop. Sure. Gonna hang on to the lightning helix for Campbell. He's still not finding. That's crazy. My opponent hasn't been able to to find the lands. And it looks like like if I draw a land here, game's over. Hmm. Oh, I'm gonna fire it off. So land, or any of my bolts will do it. Hmm. Interesting. I think in their upkeep, I'm gonna fire this off. I could have played the idol on there, and it would have effectively shut him off from playing. He can't play Campbell anyway, so cool. And I think we got there. The big bad Mardu mid-range. That is actually quite the good deck. So, yeah, it's good for round 3. We'll see you guys back in round 4. Hey everybody, welcome to round 4. We're going to be on the play once again. And yeah, this looks pretty good. Keep this. This is one of those hands where it's like dump, 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 Eidolon. And then profit. So next turn we got Swift Spear Bolt. Lots of damage. Ah, humans. Okay. I think it's probably, see, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Because we got Lavamancer to take care of a lot of their stuff. So part of me just wants to go upstairs with this bolt and then just play Eidolon. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can go Eidolon Lavamancer. Which I think is what I'm going to do. If he wants to block, that's fine. Sure. Non-creature. That's great. Goblin Guide. Well, alternatively, no, let's just attack. Wow, that's a risky little block. Okay. I would like to draw a spell. Preferably, Lightning Bolt would actually, I think, be the best draw in our deck. Okay, well that's not a spell. So now what I can do is play Lavamancer, play Goblin Guide, and it's not worth sacrificing Goblin Guide for one point of damage. Sure, that's annoying. Do you have another one? Oh no. Yeah, that's really bad. Yep, nothing I can do about that. So I think we're gonna Lava Spike the face, play Eidolon. Say go. It's just gonna get in with the freebooter again. Okay. Boros Charm off the top wins us the game. Sure. Any burn spell. Didn't get there. Hmm. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. So we're taking 4. Alright, hold on here. If they... No, there's no way. We just died at the freebooter. Whatever. Yeah, I suppose that wouldn't have worked because we still have Eidolon on the field. Yeah, so we were just dead anyway. Alright. I'm not quite sure what humans brings in. I feel like it's going to be some sort of life gain. I can't imagine them bringing in any artifacts or unless they have ley lines. I really should know this deck list a little bit better, seeing as it has a lot of play. Um, yeah, sideboard they got Sin Collectors. I didn't see, like, I don't know if they're playing the Ether Vial version or if they're playing the Collector Company version. It doesn't look like there's too much in the way of enchantments or anything. Like, Chain to the Rock seems like pretty weak. Although, bringing in some more removal is probably not a terrible idea. Or at least some more efficient removal. Maybe we cut a couple of Rift Bolts. And a Lava Spike. Try it like that. Yeah, we'll play first. Yeah. I'm not gonna mulligan a Goblin Guide into Goblin Guide Lava Spike on the play. Did it name human? It did name human. It's very surprising. Land. That's really unfortunate. Two cards. Oh, okay. That is Lieutenant's annoying. Especially if he plays it right here. Champion of the Parish. Sure. See, yeah, I think that, like, that's a good target for Chain to the Rocks at some point. If I draw a land, yeah, okay. If I draw a land, I'm pretty sure I can just, I can still Searing Blaze it. And I didn't. Alright. Get in there. Sin Collector, sure. I assume if he plays that this turn, he'll take my Searing Blaze. Sure. Red. Oh, Mantis Rider. Okay. I would really like a land here. Yes. Land next turn wins me the game. He can't attack with he would just block, I think. Well, that's not true. He's probably gonna play Sin Collector here. That's right. Maybe it was correct to attack there. I think the correct take for him is actually Lava Spike. But he might be blinded by the Helix. Because if I draw a land, I can go land, spike, Eidolon, and then he's locked out from playing anything else for the rest of the game. Okay. Now that also could be a signal that he's trying to race me. Yep. I think I'm fine with this. I can take some damage. I just can't go down to 2. Okay, that's good. Just fire this off. And he can't do anything. Alright. So yeah, the Sin Collector was the only thing they brought in, and it doesn't really... I did like the Chain to the Rocks in that matchup. And I like... yeah, I like the configuration here. Yep. I think I'm gonna bolt their Mana Dork. Ooh, Ether Vial. Okay. Okay, that's a little worse now. But bringing in some Destructive Rivalries for an Ether Vial that they may or may not draw, especially because we didn't see it in games 1 or 2, I think is a little loose. Sure. Alright. So Thalia makes things a little difficult. We'll play idle on past the turn. Ooh, I like that play. In response to the trigger, flash in the mana dork that they need. Okay. Yeah, I'm in. Sure. I would like a removal spell for this Thalia here. I think it's... Okay, non-creature spell, so a Chain to the Rocks would cost a little more. But that's fine. We did it. Now, is it more important to get rid of the Thalia or the Kite Sail Freebooter? I think I'm going to take the Freebooter. Okay, I'm playing Chain to the Rocks. We'll start with that. Yeah, because at the very least, I can get in for 2 here. And then, well, or I can just chump Thalia. Yeah, we'll get in for 2. This is a tough matchup. Uh-oh. Yep. Getting in for 5. Okay. Lightning bolts. So I take 2 damage, go down to 6. I think I really should kill this Thalia. But the problem is I'm getting punked in the air for 4 now. Alright. Let's pass. Okay. So there's a way I can do this. So first strike damage. Now I bolt. And that saves me 2 life. I'll play that tapped. Pass the turn. I'm gonna block. This Thalia proved to be more of an issue than I anticipated. Crap. So I'm getting hit for 3 this turn. Could have been more if you played a Mantis Rider. I'm gonna swing here. This is interesting. I don't think we're just dead all that yet. Yep, down to 3. Or down to 2, sorry. Or no, 3. No, 2. Never mind, that was first strike damage. Doesn't really matter when I play the Skullcrack. Well, if he doesn't have a creature to violin, we're not dead. Okay, he does. And he's probably going to be a... Oh, okay. And yeah, that's it. Well, we didn't really have an option there. Yeah, maybe it was correct to board out the Skullcracks in the wake of them not having too much life gain, and board in just more removal and take out their threats. They tend to dump their hand as quick as we do. Maybe play more of a controlling game, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't had a lot of experience playing against the humans matchup. But we'll see you guys in round 5. Hey everybody, welcome back to round 5, our 5th and final round. And well, I've been burned for keeping one-landers before, but this is as good as it gets. We'll fetch a Sacred Foundry here. In the dark against or against an unknown opponent, you always want to have access to the white. Watery Grave. Ooh. Grixis Shadow? Grixis Shadow? Sure. You go right ahead and Thoughtseize me. It would be a bolt or a lava spike. Sure. I get that this is kind of helping them in a way, but sure. This is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to place Scalding Tarn. We're going to suspend a Rift Bolt. And we're going to pass. Rift Bolt puts them to 6. Fetch is going to put them to 5 if they fetch a basic. Probably just the tap land. So how can he kill me this turn? He would need to have Temur Battle Rage. First and foremost, he would need to have Temur Battle Rage. And I think most copies, or most lists of Grixis Death Shadow only play 1 copy mainboard. There might be some with 2. So I go down to 12. He goes Cycle, Cycle. Battle Rage, is that the only way he wins? Cycle 7. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay. I think I just pass. See, I could go for it here, but I'm sure he's got a Stubborn Denial. And then he just kills me on the crackback. I don't know, maybe I played that wrong. Dismember? So I'm at 12, so he kills me here, yeah, so he's probably got a, I mean, he definitely has a stubborn denial. Well, yeah, like nothing I can do. Even last turn, if I had swung, he doesn't have to use the dismember anymore. And then he counters my next burn spell anyway. So I think I was dead no matter what. So in this matchup, they bring in Collective Brutality. That's the only thing that they bring in that's of any concern. Deflecting Palm is great. Skullcrack is probably pretty good. Actually, maybe not. Skullcracks actually seem kind of useless. Just like a 2-mana. If they gain a couple life off of Collective Brutality, I don't really care that much. Lavamancers. Lavamancers don't seem that great, actually. Well, Eidolon seemed pretty good. I think I like the idea of attacking their mana base. I don't really care for Rift Bolt. We'll bring in 3 copies of Molten Rain. Actually, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have brought in Chain to the Rocks. The thing is, I'm not all that worried about their creatures. This is a really bad hand. But I think I'm gonna keep it. They do enough damage to themselves that ooh, playing it tapped, eh? Alright. By the way, we're playing Shihan Surian. He's a pretty decent Magic player. I'm pretty sure he's on the Pro Tour. I think we're gonna Skullcrack here. I'd rather hold on to the Boros Charm for something that Boros Charm I think might be a little higher on his priority list to counter. Now I'm gonna throw the Boros Charm to his face. She's got Dismember in hand. Nope. Okay. So, and he also had the Stubborn Denial. Yeah. You choose all 3 modes? Holy smokes, okay. I think he played this matchup much better than I did. This is another matchup I don't have a lot of experience playing against. Is he gonna draw step? Oh, Cole against command. For a creature that player controls, so I have to discard the Searing Blaze. If he had a creature there, I could have fired off both spells, just to try to get a little bit of value, but... Yep. Sure. I don't really think there's a way I can win this game. If he somehow deals 4 damage to himself... Well, that's not true. Okay, well, actually, that's probably not the best thing to do. Let's go here. 10, 7. If I top deck Boros Charm and he doesn't have Stubborn Denial, I'm good. Really? I can't win now. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, end up 3 and 2. I think I played those last 2 games very poorly because of. Actually, I'll concede, so it's not waiting. Yeah, I played those last two games very poorly. But I still think Burn's a very good deck in the current meta. A little bit more practice against the Grixis Shadow and the Humans deck. Probably could have would have went a long way in this league. But I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. We'll talk about the deck and we'll open up the chest. All right, guys. So final record 3-2 in the league. Not bad. Pretty average. Um, the deck performed reasonably well. I think this is a very good choice for any upcoming modern events that you may have. Um, I recommend practicing a little bit more with the deck than I did. I do think I played those last two matches very, very loose. Um, and they were against very good decks, mind you. Humans and Grixis Shadow, very, very good decks. That when you know the ins and outs in those decks, you can combat burn pretty well. And I think our opponents did that in those games as well, with myself playing fairly loosely. Um, a couple things to consider changing. Chain of the Rocks definitely should have came in against Grixis Shadow. I made a huge mistake in that regard. We didn't run into too many. We didn't run into any graveyard-based decks, but I don't think Grafdigger's Cage is the best way to go about that. I actually like Relic of Progenitus a little bit better. 3 copies of or 4 copies of Molten Rain seems like quite a bit. I think maybe a second copy of Deflecting Palm might be better in that slot, and maybe go down to 3 copies of Molten Rain. I do like Molten Rain, especially with the popularity of Eldrazi, even though we did not run into it. But yeah, so let's go. We'll open up this chest. See what we got. 40 play points. Okay, not bad. This actually, yeah, those add up. Actually, a couple of standard playables, but not bad. So I've definitely made money on that chest. So 4 tickets versus, I think, what are they going at now? Like 2.1, 2.2. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it, and we will see you next time.